What's up, my cooking friends? We have a serious deficiency in the pantry. I am running out of my Sir Galahad all-purpose flour in the dog pan. This is what I keep them in, a Vittle vault. So we went over to our local sort of grocery outlet store. It's called Sharp Shopper, and they have a section in there that they rent out to an Amish company that has bulk foods, and they have 50-pound sacks of flour. So today I'm going to let you know what I got there, the prices. If you have a local grocery outlet in your town, might be something to look into, right? So welcome to the Amy Learns to Cook kitchen. So if you have something in your town like a grocery outlet, they tend to sell things that are closer to the expiration date. Maybe they're off season, so you'll go in there and you'll find, Easter flavored Captain Crunch in November, right? That's what you usually find at one of these stores. My sister-in-law came up with this phrase. She calls it the used food store. So I've adopted that. I've been calling it the used food store forever. And when I say that, people say to me, the used food store? So if you ever hear me say that, that's what that is referring to.
It just means grocery outlet.
Yeah. So we have a chain that's around the East Coast called Sharp Shopper. And it's kind of interesting because it is a used food store, and they usually have 2 aisles that's Amish bulk food. And it is run by, I believe, a separate company, because I called up one time to see if they had a certain wheat, and they said, oh, the bulk food people have left for the day. So it's a completely different organization, I believe, that runs the bulk food section. So the bulk food is not used food, it's regular, like Amish style bulk food. And they carry flours and extracts and pastas and all kinds of stuff. They sell 50-pound sacks of wheat and flour. Yeah, so we get our King Arthur flour from them. This is Sir Galahad. Sir Galahad is the all-purpose. They also sell special patent, and that is the bread flour. And then they'll sell Sir Lancelot, which is the high gluten. You might use that for bagels or pizzas. We keep these in these Vittle vault bins. These are technically animal food containers, dog food containers, but they're people food safe. They have gamma lids on them. They're great for food storage.
They keep insects out.
They keep everything out, right? They have these gamma lids. So you can use them for your food, right? This one is our bread flour, and it happens to be almost empty. So this is the state of my
despair.
Last 50-pound sack of flour. It's almost gone.
It's depressing.
So it's time for another one. And this is the state of what I bring into the kitchen, and it's almost done as well. Yeah, so what we're going to do is we are going to be scooping this out of here and putting in here any extra. I'm going to put in a Ziploc, and we will be using that first. And then our 50-pound sack is going to go in here. First, I want to show you what else I got, because I generally don't go there other than when I'm trying to buy bulk foods. And when I was there today, a few things caught my eye, because you can get a lot of good deals, but you also have to watch the dates, because I bought things there that are just expired. So I did find a few things, and let me show you what I got. So do you guys remember near Halloween, I went to Aldi and I got this like silicone little Halloween cakes, and I made a pumpkin cake in those things. Well, they had something similar for Christmas. They had these little holiday cakelet silicone pans similar to those Halloween ones. This one has gingerbread, stocking, and a bell. This one has little holiday mini buns. These are interesting because they have like metal or something on here to make them stronger. These are pretty nice. And these are little mini loaf bars. And it has like a present and little holly and all that. I wanted to play around with those because we did that for Halloween, and I thought I would make some little mini cakes for Christmas, right? And when we were at the used food store, I came across these. And I know I don't usually use cake mixes. I rarely use cake mixes, right? But I heard that Dolly Parton had some cake mixes out, and I wanted to see, are they so much better than any other cake mix? And they had these at the used food store, right? At the grocery outlet. These were $1.49. This is a banana cake. And this is a banana cake for $1.49. And then they had these blueberry muffin mixes. I make my own blueberry muffins, but I wanted to see, we can do a taste test. Have you guys tried these? They're all over the place now. They're made by Duncan Hines, and they're Dolly cakes. So we're going to try these out. And this is for blueberry muffins. We're going to make those in these, right? These are little bars.
So we saved maybe 50 cents on the banana ones and $1 something on the blueberry ones.
So these were $1.99. Walmart, there's $3.50.
Yeah.
So that was a pretty good price. One thing you'll notice that Sharp Shopper does, and I tried to ask them why, and they don't really give us a
they give you
clear answer.
they give you a generic answer.
So they put price tags on everything, and they manually enter it into a register.
The cash register, they have to go on every item.
So there's two things. They said something like, we want to create more employment, right? They maybe have a personal issue with barcodes, right? If you've ever heard of that.
We don't know.
But that's what I've been told.
What they told us is they changed their products so fast, they don't have time to go into the computer and update the barcode system. They would just rather use their little gun.
Seems like it would be faster to just update the price in the system than having to manually price.
Well, the product. It's not just prices, but it's the product.
Maybe it's their lack of wanting to use technology. Because when you look at your receipt, everything just says bulk.
Yeah.
It doesn't say what it was.
Yeah.
So I know that they do sell stuff that's beyond the expiration date, so maybe the manufacturers don't want them to do that. I don't know.
Don't know.
But they hand price these and hand enter in the prices. So we're going to have a little Dolly fest going on here. Oh, let me check the date on there, because I always check the date.
Well, they were good.
Yeah, they were like
February, I believe. So we have 3 months to eat them up.
Yeah, so we have to cook those within 3 months. So I got some Rotel. This is a Chipotle variety. These were 2 cans for $1. So I got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cans of that. I got some Del Monte diced. I should have got a few more cans so I could make some spaghetti sauce, but
well, I don't know.
2 for $1.
You got like 9 kilos of that stuff.
Oh yeah. So I got some avocado oil. This is cold press. This was $5.99, and it was a quart, 500 milliliters. So I got this chunky applesauce. I usually make applesauce myself, but I don't know. I figured I'd just try it. This was $2.49. I got Eric some stuffed olives. They're stuffed with pimento.
I mean, I don't eat them.
This was $1.79.
I don't eat them that often, but they're fun to snack on.
This is like a Thanksgiving. You put it on a relish tray.
Yeah, but it's just me and you, though. And you won't eat them.
Oh, here's another diced tomato, so I got 3.
Yeah.
And I went against my better judgment, and I got 99-cent thing of seasoning. This is French fry seasoning.
I never heard that before.
I've heard of French fry seasoning, but hey. Oops, I got 2 jars of applesauce. Here's another diced tomato. So I guess I did get more. And here is some beets. So yeah, these are canned beets. I don't know. I like fresh beets. It's been so long since I've had canned beets, like since the 70s. So I just got some various noodles. I actually got these there before, and they tasted pretty good. These are wide egg noodles. I think they were 99 cents. I got 2 of those. I got some elbows. Paolo Merino elbows. Those are 99. I think all these are 99. I can make me some homemade hamburger helper. And I got some shells. These were 99. And on the pasta front, we got some traditional spaghetti.
Oh.
2 things. Those are 99. I got some angel hair. 99. Eric got some candy, gummies, and milk chocolate.
I just might have to
cans.
confiscate those.
Yeah, I did get some sage. I don't use sage very much, so I got a cheap thing of sage and poultry seasoning, which I don't use, and I actually think I hate it, but
They had
okay,
it.
so I don't use this brand of all-purpose flour, but I wanted to get it because I've never used it before. This, actually, I got from Walmart. This is White Lily bread flour. And I'm used to White Lily because they use soft wheat from the South. They usually have like biscuit flour and stuff like that. And I've never seen their bread flour. So I wanted to try it out and see how it's made. It just says enriched flour. I've never used their, so we will be using that. I bought some pastry flour because I'm gonna bring out my big roller and we're gonna make some pastry. So we have some pastry flour and we have some pastry flour and we have some pastry flour. So we're gonna have fun with that. I'm gonna play around and see what I can make with my my roller. So the second star of the show today is I got this Muir Glen organic crushed tomatoes to make pasta and pizza sauce with. These are huge cans. They're 6-pound cans, 6 pound, 8 ounces. So how am I gonna deal with these? Because once you open these, you gotta do something with them. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna freeze it, right? So and the price of this was amazing, so I had to do it. These 6-pound cans were $2.99 a piece. So I got 3 of them, and we're going to be opening these and freezing these. I might show you that process, and then we could see how they turn out, right?
The problem is when we made the Martha Stewart tomato soup recipe, we bought a couple of different types of tomatoes. And those cans weren't cheap.
No.
And they're just little ones. And we had to they're medium sized, but we had to go through so many to make the soup. It was crazy. One of these would have easily have done it.
California tomatoes, USA organic, $2.99. Yeah. You can't beat that.
No.
So let's fill out the dog pound.
Arf, arf.
Okay, so the little vault is officially empty of whatever was left, and I put it into, or Eric put it into my Cambro that I bring to the kitchen. So now it's time to fill this baby. So here we go. Oh, this bag was $26. Yay, we're full again. So Amy's shopping trip is done. Everything's put away, complete, and we're ready to go. See my little shopping cart?
Yay.
Yay. It was $26.59 for that. I hope you enjoyed this.